Hello all, welcome to KLART Technologies. Today in this video we will be discussing about what are the changes required for Mulesoft existing applications or maybe new applications in the Java 17 upgrade point of view. So as most of us know, Java 8 will not be there in near future, so we all should upgrade our applications to Java 17. So I will discuss all these things with you in this video today, and I will show you what are the changes we need to do in our existing applications to make it smooth migration. Okay, so let me just go one by one. Till 4.4 runtime, Java 8 version is getting supported. Later on from 4.6 onwards, Java 17 version will support. So we are actually recently migrated to Java 17 version with the Mule 4.9 runtime in our current project. So I'll just show you what are the changes which we have done to make this works better. So before that, why we need Java 17? It boosted the performance. It will increase the performance actually, and sometimes we will get different errors in our Anypoint Studio, like JVM exited and some heap memory issues and all. So now it will be reduced a little bit, and it strengthens the security, and it has long-term support, and Java 8 support will be ended soon by February 2026. So before this February 2026, everyone should migrate to Java 17 to make our projects work smoothly. Okay, so that is the main goal. So we have recently upgraded it. I mean, some projects already upgraded last year also, and this year starting also. So what are the changes we need? So first of all, the Anypoint Studio version, latest version, it will support the Java 17 embedded by default, and it will come up with the latest runtime also. So if you want to do this upgrade stuff, maybe you can just try it in the latest version. So Anypoint Studio version 7.21 is better for compatibility, and you can configure manually JDK 17 if it is not available, but most probably in the embedded Java 17 will be available with the latest version of Anypoint Studio. If not, you can just manually check it via the installed JRE in the preferences tab, and you can find the Java 17 JRE version. And coming to Maven and project updates, in the Maven, the Maven version, it will support 4.3.1, and we have migrated from 4.4.0 to 4.9 Java 17. This is the app runtime version which we have upgraded, and Mule Maven plugin 4.3.1 is the compatible one. These changes we need to do in the pom.xml, and if you want to check your embedded Maven, if it is updated in the latest Studio version, you can just check it like this by using this path: Windows preferences and Anypoint Studio Maven, right? And one change we need to do at code level is, we have Mule artifact.json file for every project, right? Under this path, there you need to set the min Mule version to 4.6.0. This you need to change. Earlier it could be like 4.4 or 4.2 something. So to make this work for Java 17, you need to change this manually if it's not done by latest Studio version by default. Okay, so just make sure you have this min Mule version 4.6.0, because from 4.6.0 runtime onwards, Java 17 is compatible. So that's why minimum version should be like this, and you can use Mule latest runtime 4.9.0. That is not a problem, but you need to mention the min version like this. And you need to manage all the dependencies and modules, so you can just manually update all the modules. You can just right click on the project and go to manage modules and update the modules to the latest versions. That is at overall level changes which we have to do. And this is just a workaround. If you have faced any issues with your custom connectors or any other connectors, if you got any kind of error like Java 17 is not supported, I got an error like we have a JSON logger in my project, so while executing that, before doing all this stuff, or if something missed from our end, while deploying it locally in the studio, it throws an error like Java 17 does not support this JSON log or something. So if you have if you're not sure about your custom connectors or any other things versions, then maybe you can just add this argument in VM arguments while running the application in the run configurations, right? We usually do the local deployments by using run configurations, right? So there you can add this argument -m -d mule JVM version extension enforcement equal to loose in capital letters. So you can type this argument, you can give it in the VM arguments and run your application. Then it will show you if few characters are compatible or not. Then it will be work for you as a workaround if you didn't upgrade it, but this is just a workaround. Do all the stuff above and test your application properly in order to check the Java compatibility, right? So if you have any custom connectors, you have to double check with that custom connectors latest versions which will support Java 17, because they have keep on added some patches, right? So you can just double check. And we have a lot of changes in error handling object structure also. I will tell you these changes one by one. Before that, if you want to see or if you want to know which version of the connector will support Java 17 or Java 8 or that, you can directly check in Exchange. Okay, one second. So in the Exchange, you can directly check if it is compatible or not. So I have just headed up to the Exchange, and this is my just test account. Okay, so in the Exchange, in the assets, you can search for, like for example, I have searched for this SFTP connector, if it is compatible or not. Okay, so to check that, you need to just log in into your Exchange account, and here in the assets, you can just check for your connectors or something. So for example, SFTP connector, it is a third party one, right? So Salesforce specific connectors, they will automatically upgraded. So if you have any third party connectors or some custom connectors, something like this, you can check the compatibility like this. So you can just open it and click on view versions. See, it will show you if this particular version of this connector is compatible with Java 17 or not. So this SFTP connector version 2.4.4, 4.3 and with the Mule min runtime, which are all stable versions, which are all support Java 17, 11 and 8. All three versions of Java. So you no need to worry about SFTP connector if it has all these connectors from 2.4.x. Okay, so likewise, you can check any connector if you want. Any third party connector or custom connector, maybe you can check the versions here if it is compatible with Java 17 or not. You can check it here and update in your code. And usually once you just right click on your project, manage modules and update the latest modules, update to the latest module versions, it will automatically update the versions in pom.xml file, but just double check here also. Okay, so now coming back to our error handling changes. So in the at error handling level, we have some object level structure change in Java 17. So for example, to accessing the error payload. Okay, so to access this error payload, we have in Java 8, we have the message structure like error.mulemessage.payload, but there is no mule message now in Java 17. Instead of mule message, you have to manually change it to error message like this. Okay, so there is no mule message now in the error body, error structure. You have the error message in the error object. So these changes we have to do manually for now in the error all the error handler blocks and all. Okay, you need to just double check all your applications or all your configuration files wherever you have used this error stuff, like in global error handler or try catch back, wherever, just check it and double check and update it accordingly. So just like that, earlier we have the typed value, mule message.typed value to get this kind of errors. If we have propagate some errors from system API to process API or experience API. So now this typed value is not there. If it has, when you deploy it in Java 17, it will throw you error like illegal character, typed value or typed attribute for this both. Okay. So earlier it is in Java 8, it is error.mulemessage.typed value. Now you can get it from error.errormessage.payload. Okay, error message, not a mule message. Okay, then the typed attributes also in the similar way, error mule message typed attributes, but now there is no typed attributes, it is just attributes if you want to capture all the attributes information of the error message. So error message dot attributes, it's not mule message dot type attributes. So there is a change here, just to make a note of it. And other thing, instead of mule message, it is error message. This is already we discussed. Maybe it is duplicated slide. Now, to access the child errors, earlier we used it to do errors in Java 8, but now it is child errors. You can check this, and while you can just debug your application in Anypan Studio, and you can check it in the Mule debugger also, but just keep a note of all these points, okay, while doing this error handling updates. And this is the main thing we should keep it in mind. Error identifier. Earlier we used it to get this error.errortype.as string. So namespace, identifier, both we will get by using this earlier in Java 8, error.errortype.as string. But now we need to get it via, there is no as string now in Java 17. Okay, so you need to get it individually, and you need to concatenate it. Something like error.errortype.namespace, you will get the namespace. Okay, then you have to append it with the colon, because we can see the errors in namespace colon identifier, right? That is the main structure, but you need to capture in this way. You have to get identifier and namespace individually and concatenate with the colon. Namespace colon error.errortype.identifier. Now you will get the error type something like HTTP not found, something like that, for example. Okay, so this HTTP is the namespace, and you appended with the colon by using concatenation, and then not found, this is the identifier. You will get this kind of error type by using this expression. These are all the major error handling code level changes which we have to take care while we are upgrading to Java 17. And apart from this, once you how to check the current version compatibility, which I have already shown in the exchange. And one more thing you need to keep in mind, like after the deployment, you have to double check all the policies are compatible to all the existing policies which you have applied on top of your API, which are compatible to Java 17 or not. Okay, so if the policy is not compatible, you need to update that policy also to the latest version. So the policies also you need to double check. Once this is deployed, then you have to update the policies also with the latest version. So these are all the changes we have to do and we need to keep in mind while upgrading to Java 17. I think this video is useful for you, and if I miss any point also, you can just add in the comment section so that it will be useful for everyone whoever watching this video. Okay, so thank you so much and thanks for watching. Happy learning. Bye bye.